Yo, what's going on, everyone? Thank you for checking out the channel today. Today we are going to be going over what has been my favorite deck from the Twilight Masquerade format, and that is going to be Regidrago VSTAR. Now, for those of you that don't know what Regidrago VSTAR does, he is a dragon type VSTAR with 280 HP. He has the Apex Dragon attack for 2 grass and a fire energy. But you choose an attack from one of your dragon Pokemon in the discard, use it as this attack. And then his V-Star power lets you discard the top 7 cards of your deck, and then you get to pick any 2 cards from your discard pile and put them into your hand. That legacy power is really good for recycling things like Pal Pads, Super Rods, and Prime Catchers. Very powerful one-of trainers and stuff like that. It's also really good for getting our Dragon-type Pokemon into the discard. As mentioned, the Apex Dragon does let us choose any attack from a Dragon Pokemon. So we do have the format's kind of heavy hitters right now. We do have the newest inclusion from Twilight Masquerade being Dragapult EX. Phantom Dive for 200 and 6 spread is very good against things like Lost Box, where we can spread multiple damage counters, take multiple prizes. Really good into evolution decks like Charizard and the Mirror with Dragapult. Overall, this is very good at picking off low HP Pokemon that are trying to evolve and set up. As a big one-shot potential Pokemon, we do have Raging Bolt. We are able to copy Bellowing Thunder because it does say discard any basic energy. It doesn't have to be electric or fighting. So with the help of Ogerpon, we can very easily flood the board with energies and take big one-shots against certain matchups. We have Goodra V-Star in here for its Rolling Iron. Also does 200 damage like Dragapult, but then during your opponent's next turn, the Regidrago that copies the Goodra will take 80 less damage. This attack is very good against things like the Festival lead deck because it almost nullifies the entire damage that Diplin will be doing. So it basically turns that matchup into a free win if they do get out the Rabska to stop the Dragapult spread damage. Up next, we do have Noivern EX. It's mostly in here for Covert Flight. It says during your opponent's next turn, you prevent all damage done to this Pokemon by basics. This is really good into like opposing Raging Bolt decks. It's also good against things like Ancient Box, and any basic dominant deck can basically just get walled out by that Covert Flight. Dominating Echo is kind of interesting as well, being able to stop the attachment of special energies or the placing of stadium cards from your opponent. It's probably not super relevant, but it could come up in certain niche scenarios. And then we are playing Koraidon 2. This is just in here mainly for Shred. We do need a way around the Cornerstone Ogerpon and like Mimikyus and stuff like that, so we can copy Shred and go through both of those effects. You could also play Tina V if you wanted. I'm just choosing to play Koraidon because in the off chance that I have to start this, I would much rather have a 1 prizer than a 2 prize Giratina V. So those are the attackers. And then as mentioned earlier, we do have Ogerpon EX in here for support. With that Teal Dance ability, it lets you attach a basic energy to him, a basic grass energy, and then you get to draw a card. This is really good for digging through the deck, and it also pairs very nicely with Energy Switch, so that way we can move the energies off of Ogerpon onto Regidrago and get off a quick Apex Dragon. Other support Pokemon that we are playing, one Squawkabilly EX. This is a very turbo build of this deck, so being able to use Squawkabilly to help us discard these Dragon Pokemon, dig deeper into the deck, and just really find all the resources we are looking for is really nice. And then lastly, we do have Radiant Greninja as just extra draw power. Next up for supporters, we are playing for Carmine. This is really good being able to let us go first and actually use a supporter. Discarding drawing 5 is a real nice reset for us, and if we do open up some of these dragons, it is really helpful to get them discarded. We're playing 2 Iono as both a disruption card and as a way for us to recover. Since this deck does kind of turbo through its cards really fast, Having Iono to be able to reset your deck size in the mid to late game has been very helpful. And then we have one boss's orders in here. With the one boss, the one pal pad, and the prime catcher, you have enough gusting effects, especially with the use of Legacy Star, that you don't really need more hard copies of boss. And then because we are playing such a low supporter count, we do have 3 Pokegear in here to help us find them more consistently. And then we do have the one pal pad to recover them because we are aggressively milling our cards. And then with that being said, we are running 2 Pokestop as well. We do have a lot of powerful items in this deck, so being able to mill them and add more cards to our hand with Pokestop is very beneficial. For search, we do have 4 Ultra Ball, 4 Nest Ball, pretty standard for a deck like this. We do have 4 Energy Switch, 2 combo with that Teal Mask. We do play 3 Earthen Vessel as well. This is really great at thinning the deck in combination with the Ogre Pawns and the Greninja, and then it can also let us grab the Fire Energy for the Regidrago VSTAR. For recovery, we are playing 1 Super Rod and 1 Superior Energy Retrieval. The Superior Energy Retrieval is really nice because it's another discard outlet for the dragons that we don't want, but it also pairs very nicely with the Ogre Pawns and the Greninja, just letting us turbo through the deck. And then the aspect that we are playing is Prime Catcher. It has felt the best to me so far, but I definitely can see other ones being put in its place. And then for the energies, we are playing 3 Fire and 9 Grass. So yeah guys, that is the list that we are going to be running with today. Remember that if you do like this kind of content, to hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, go ahead and leave me a comment down below who your favorite dragon Pokemon is. And I'm going to send this off to the gameplay. Alrighty guys, it does look like we found our opponent for the day. We are ranked pretty highly in the ARC tier. After I got back from the LA regionals, I did hop on and grind up the last little bit of games I needed to get myself up to ARC tier. It was a relatively easy grind. A lot of these new decks are very powerful, and it wasn't super difficult for me to make it all the way up. This hand is kind of insane, I'm not gonna lie. So we're facing down a Raikou, so it's either Miraidon or Lost Box. I'm gonna go ahead and Vessel away the Bolt. Okay, we did prize 2 Fire Energies, which is insane. 1, 2, 3. What did we prize? We prized one of the dragons. We prized Dragapult. Okay. We have the whole Drago line. Did we prize the Squawk as well? Yes, we did. Okay. So we are not going to be able to Nest Ball for Squawk, which is unfortunate. We're going to go grab Ogre Pawn. We're going to Teal Dance, see what we draw into. Drew into another Grass. So I'm going to Concealed Cards, get rid of one of these Grass energies, draw a couple more cards. Okay, so we're going to Nest Ball. We're going to grab the Regidrago V. We're going to attach the Fire. We're going to Energy Switch. And then we are going to pass. So next turn, I can Ultra Ball away the top deck and the Grass Energy for the Drago VSTAR. Yeah, I'll probably do that and then play the Iono. Okay, and our opponent is playing Lost Box, so this shouldn't be that bad of a matchup. We will have to be wary of potentially Roaring Moon. Roaring Moon being able to gouge us would be a problem. And prizing the Dragapult is kind of unfortunate in this matchup. But outside of the Roaring Moon, we basically can just use Noivern and prevent our opponent from attacking us with any of their basics outside of Sableye. So we can do that. We definitely can't afford to go like Lone Drago though, because then we could just, you know, get KO'd by a Moon. Alright, so we're just going to get hit with a Spit instantly here. That's fine. It does mean this can get cleaned up by a Sableye later, but that's alright. And then we just drew the Drago VSTAR. That's insane. We're going to put the Grass Energy here. Drew Palpad. We're going to evolve into the Drago. I'm going to play the Earthen Vessel. Get a couple more Grass Energies. We're going to Concealed Cards. Okay, we drew an Energy Switch. That was what we were looking for. Because now we have the Retreat plus the attack. And then we have Iono. Wow, that was bad. So I am going to go for the Legacy Star and hopefully mill some dragons. Okay, we milled Gudra and Noivern. That was insane. I'm going to take the Drago V. And probably just an Energy Switch. The Energy Switch isn't really going to do anything. I don't want to give them Pokestop. I might just take the Grass Energy, which seems kind of weird, but there's nothing else that I really want. We're gonna retreat, and then I think I'm gonna go for Rolling Iron on the Gudra, because we will take 80 less damage, so it's effectively like we're using Covert Flight. Because right now the Raikou can max out at 100, 120, 160. So the Raikou would only hit us for 80. So odds are they probably will need to moon us if they play it. Bench Sableye kind of early here. I don't know why they started their turn off with this. Because they can get to 6, 7, 8, 9. So I mean, if they vacuum away like a Forest Stone over here, then they can get to 10. But I don't really think Sableye is going to do too much for them. Like, they can clean up the Greninja here and then put like 100 on the Drago VSTAR. But that doesn't seem too good. Ideally, if I could like find Boss or Prime Catcher, that would be nice, because then I could Rolling Iron, KO this. Okay, so our opponent is up to 7 now. That had to have been a misclick, because they just switch carded out of their escape board. Because they could have retreated, flowered selecting, and then switched into this one. And I kind of feel like they just realized what they did. There is a vacuum in the discard already, so the only reason that they need to get to 10 is for this Sableye. They're already at the Mirage Gate threshold, but unless a moon comes down, I'm not too worried about the board state. Okay, so there is the Forest Stone. I'm curious what this is going to go for. This could possibly go for Prime Catcher to let them switch and potentially like trap the Drago V. Okay, so it does just go for Vacuum. They're going to go to 10. So they are planning on attacking with the Sableye this turn. Impressive that they got to 10 on turn 2. But that is, you know, the power of Turbo Lost Box. You know, you get to hit double Colress. Oh no, they're just... That was so pointless. There was absolutely no reason to do any of that, I think. Yeah, because like I said, I want to dig for Boss and KO this Raikou. So we're going to fail a Pokegear, unfortunately. We're going to put this here. We're going to Energy Switch. and we are going to Iono. We did get another ogre pawn. I have 3 grass in here. I think giving them a Pokestop now may not be that bad. But I don't really need to, and then this will let me get the fire back next turn. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna go for the rolling iron again. Actually, I think now I'm gonna go for covert flight. Because the covert flight knocks out the Comfey, and while also stopping all damage from the Raikou. Whereas, like, if they promote Sableye anyways, they're gonna place the damage counters here anyways, so it doesn't matter. So covert flight stops us from taking any damage that isn't from Sableye. Whereas, like, if we used rolling iron, then, you know, they could potentially still come up and hit us with the Raikou. Yeah, if that Forest Stone grabbed Vacuum, I'm heavily questioning why that was the play. Because there's no way that was optimal at all. Because they got themselves to 10 and then didn't do anything with it. Okay, they're down 2 switch cards. I think that's all 4 switch card. That's 3 switch card and 2 switch, right? Because there's not a switch in here. Okay, we're poffering to shuffle the deck. So far, this is looking good for us. If we can find Boss or Prime Catcher, chase down that Raikou, we should be in a pretty good spot, because then we'd only have 2 prizes left. So if they found something like the Roaring Moon, then we'd be fine. Okay, so that's the last switch card. So yeah, they're just gonna finish off the Drago. Or the Greninja, sorry. And we're just gonna put the rest on Ogre Pawn. I mean, I guess they can amp the Ogre Pawn for 3 prizes, but I don't really think that does anything for them. I'm gonna go for the Pokestop. I might regret that. Oh, nope, we hit the Prime Catcher. That's insane. So we're just gonna do this. We're going to Prime Catcher the Raikou. I am going to put down this other Ogre Pawn. I could Palpad in the 2 Iono and try to hit one, which I actually don't hate. We do hit one of them. We still have all of our Carmines too, which means that we should be able to draw pretty well out of this endgame. I don't need the Drago. The Iono's fine. Yeah, these are all just fine cards. So we're going to go Apex Dragon. I would have loved to have been able to use the Dragapult here, but it's still prized. So we do get the 2 prize KO. We're taking 80 less damage. So now the only thing that's going to KO us is a Roaring Moon. Really unfortunate that the Dragapult is in these last 2 prizes, because that's what we would have really liked to have been able to finish out this game with. But right now, our opponent can put us under quite a bit of pressure if... I don't know, the hand is gone, so never mind. I was going to say if they could amp the Ogre Pawn and go down to 2 prizes this turn, because I can't take 2 prizes on my turn. That would have been a problem. I don't know, but then if they have the hands in the active, then I have an out to taking 2 prizes, because then I could just use Bellowing Thunder on Raging Bolt. So yeah, that's kind of the one of the problems with playing a box deck like Regidrago, is you just kind of have to remember everything you have at your disposal, you know? Because, you know, I'm talking about being able to attack with Dragapult, and then you know, using Gudra and forgetting that I have Raging Bolt as a backup attacker. Yeah, see, having access to all of the Carmines is just insane for the late game, because it gives us a lot of draw potential. So I'm not really sure what our opponent's win condition is here. They're down all of their switch cards. Oh, there was an Ursaluna. That would have been something. There's a Prime Catcher bringing up the other Ogre Pawn. I'm not really too concerned about that. They're down all of their Colras. They're down 2 Mirage Gate. Yeah, I'm not really too concerned about anything. So all I need is an energy or an energy switch to get up here, and I still have access to the superior. Okay, that is something that they can do. They can use bundle to prevent the Drago from attacking. So they're going to put 110 on the Ogre Pawn and then put 10 probably. I don't know if that's relevant. It's probably not relevant anywhere, but... Okay, so we're just going to lead off with a Carmine. We might Iono now. What are we looking for? We're looking for energies, energy switches, the superior. I'm not sure I care about Ionoing my opponent down. Although... Let's go ahead and hit the Pokestop first, see what we get. Okay, we hit literally like everything that we could have wanted. We're gonna energy switch up here. We're going to Super Rod. Put back. Probably just a bunch of grass energies. And then I am just gonna go for the Iono. Absolutely terrible cards. So yeah, we're just gonna retreat. I can't believe I didn't hit a grass energy there. That's kind of crazy. Or like another Carmine. And we're gonna go for the Apex Dragon. And we are going to go with Rolling Iron. So we KO the Sableye, we go down to 1. If the Iron Bundle attacks into us, it's going to do no damage. There's the boss. Oh, so the last 2 prizes were boss and Dragon Bolt. That's insane. So we are in a little bit of an awkward situation if the bundle does come out, because it's going to do no damage to us, but we won't be able to attack unless we find another energy, because we somehow just found nothing off of that Iono. That's kind of insane. So yeah, they do no damage. We can't attack because we are an evolution Pokemon. I'm gonna Ultra Ball these away, get another Ogre Pawn. We're going to mill. Wow, okay. We have 4 Carmines. Dude, our whole deck is basically live cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't see myself needing the boss. So I'm just gonna end my turn. I literally just need a grass energy. Okay, so they have the retreat. Okay, maybe I should have held the boss just to have something to discard with Vessel if I draw it. Dude, you're not serious. Okay, there's the vessel. Oh my lord, dude. Now we can retreat. We use Apex Dragon. And then we'll just go for Dominating Echo. Alrighty, sorry about that, guys. We did get the dub there. As you can see, Regidrago is a very powerful deck. And yeah, it very clearly one of my favorites from the new format. Yeah, guys, remember, if you do enjoy this content, to hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and go ahead and leave me a comment down below, and I will see you in the next one.